first thing that I like to do is I take the labels that Diamond Art Club sends me and I place them on each container that I have for the individual drills. Next, I fill in my Diamond Art logbook, which I made myself. I also make some and I sell them on Etsy on my Polished Pigments shop. It's a fun thing to keep track of all the different kinds of projects that I do. Next, what I'm doing is I tape the edges of the diamond painting, and that's just generally to keep it a little bit nicer looking. It's more of a preference, not a necessity. The next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to take dryer sheets. Doesn't really matter what kind, but I like using it because when you open up the packages of drills, sometimes they stick really easily. Here's an up-close view of what I do. I like to cut them the size of the containers, and then I like to wipe the inside of the tray because that also can be really annoying when the drills stick to the sides of the tray. I make sure to cut so many squares just in case they're funky shaped or they don't necessarily fit in the square right. And by square I mean container. I fill each container before I start opening the packages of drills. And then I like to make a big mess by cutting each individual color and separating those by the DMC numbers. Sometimes they send one package of the color and sometimes it's multiples. So I just separate each with my pair of scissors, and I don't worry about keeping them in any particular order. I just separate them, and once I'm all done with those, I begin to fill the containers. There's probably a better way that I can do this, but here's a painfully slow, real-time video of how long it takes me to actually find the color I'm looking for. But I will show you, again, real-time to see how long it takes. You kind of tap the bag to get the sticky drills in there because there is a lot of static. At this point, I'm beginning to get to the drill bags that have a larger amount of drills in them, so I am cutting up extra pieces of dryer sheets so that I can put them in the plastic bags that are given to me with this kit. I write the number. It doesn't matter if you do the DMC number or if you do the symbol number. I prefer the DMC number, but I label the little bags with that number. I put a dryer sheet inside, and then after I fill the box, I put the excess drills into the bag. Then I like to mark the box that has extra gels. This is a chalkboard marker, so it easily wipes away, but I like marking it so I know which colors have extra drills waiting for me. Then I like to put those extra drills in a Ziploc bag and label that with the name of the project that I'm working on. I like to keep it in a bag so that it is separate from the other projects that I work. But even if you don't have multiple projects going on at once, it is nice to have it all contained in one area in case you need to pack up your project and put it in storage if you can't work on it consistently from start to finish. Sometimes when you're filling a lot of containers, you get a little crazy and oop, you see there I spilt a few drills. So what I do is I take this little nifty vacuum that I got from Amazon and I just zip them up, and it actually puts it in a container that's pretty easy to retrieve the diamonds from. If you've done diamond painting before, you know the heartache of spilling drills, especially if there's multiple colors all around. So I finally gave in and tried to find like a specific tiny vacuum just for that, because sifting through diamonds and dust and whatever else is really time consuming, and sometimes you just don't have the patience for that. Labeling the bag after it is completely full. Should have done that before, but alas, I had no forethought. The last step is either making a grid with washi tape, or you can do release paper if you like to work in sections. So here I am doing washi tape and doing manageable squares for me. Sometimes you would like bigger or smaller squares depending on how ambitious you're feeling that day. But as you go, you just use an X-Acto knife and peel away the covering. And here we have our project all kitted up and ready to go.